Susul.
Welcome to Under the Plumb Bob, the podcast about all things related to the EA Maxis series of games called The Sims. We avoid the real world by talking about our made-up ones, which is great for this year in general.
Mm-hmm.
It's a Social Bunny episode. I'm Jessica.
And I'm Melissa, and it's still 2020.
Oh, we're getting to the end, though. We're getting to the end.
We're so close. We're so close to the end. And boy, all of these updates are really just indicative of 2020. So much promise, so much excitement for the potential that these patches and updates could hold, but a lot of disappointment, some sadness,
heartbreak
for sure, but like some really good stuff in there too. So as of this recording, the new expansion pack Snowy Escape is out. You can go buy it wherever your local video games are sold, probably like a GameStop, right? You should go physically to GameStop and pick that up. No, I do not condone any not even in a joke. Don't go outside. Just stay your mask or stay in. Stay your mask, wear your mask, or stay in.
Order it online.
Yeah, you can do that now. Technology. The GameStop joke was funnier when we could go outside without fear of death. Anyway, so the new pack is out, and we were talking right before we started recording about the fact that, you know, as of the last probably like 5 or 6 content releases that EA Maxis has done with regard to The Sims, there's been this like pre-release patch where it's like, here's all the updates, here's like a bunch of fixes that we made to clean up the game to get ready for the new pack. And that's really hard to do because, you know, there are always glitches. There are always going to be glitches. The more you add to a game, the glitchier it's going to get. And I think that a lot of people are associating what's happening right now with Snowy Escape because I think a lot of people have bought the new pack and are experiencing some issues, but these issues are due to the recent patch. And the recent patch is due to the fact that the team is trying to improve the game before you dive into their newest content. So it's hard, and it's, you know, this is where the community comes in to, you know, report these glitches and some of them are reporting issues, some of them are editorializing these issues and are very upset about it. I don't know. I've been playing a little bit more, fortunately, lately, doing my own thing. I haven't bought the new pack, but I've seen some of these issues. I have not had the crashing. Jess, have you experienced any issues?
When I saw that people were crashing, I'm like, okay, I'm going to kind of take a break on Sims 4, so I've been playing a little bit more Sims 3, but nice. Yeah, I'm kind of watching to see where the updates happen.
If you want to hear about Sims 3, last week's episode is all about the open world and how it existed in Sims 3 and, you know, what came into Sims 4 as a result of the open world. I just edited the episode, so you'll hear it real soon in real life, not in recording life. But it reminds me of this because, you know, we talked about towards the end of the life of Sims 3. I mean, not the end of the life, but the end of, you know, when Maxis stopped making new content for it. The game just started to become unplayable and bogged down and just too complex. And I don't want to call it right now. I really don't want this to be the case, but I'm definitely seeing shades of, you know, maybe that happening for Sims 4. I hope it doesn't.
No, I hope not either. But yeah, I see what you mean by that, though.
Yeah. And so, you know, there's a lot of crashing with games, but let's go back in time. because all of the patch notes from the 10th are still valid. There was just some fixes that needed to happen after them. So let's go through some of these new and improved features.
Yeah.
Platforms, my dude. What was your first reaction to this being a feature in the game? I don't know how much you build.
I'm not much of a builder, but I definitely was excited to see platforms just because I know that like some of the places that I've wanted to build, like from real life places, I really couldn't do because they were
Yeah.
kind of like a split level kind of thing.
Yeah. I mean, building rooms at varying heights within a story level, um, you know, it's going to be kind of a game changer.
Mm-hmm.
Just reading through here. You can either use the new platform tool directly, or you can, little cat meow just snuck in there, or you can place preset platforms that come in various shapes and sizes. You'll find both of these within the walls and empty rooms section of the build mode. So, I mean, they're platforms. You can do, I like this paragraph. Because platforms can have their height adjusted up or down, you can even create platforms that sink down beneath the ground, like really, really deep down. I don't know why anyone would want to do that, devious players, but the option's there. So, I mean, this is, to me, the answer to many build sims saying, like, we want to play with split levels, we want to, because there are building options that aren't possible in the game until the promise of this update. Now, not to spoil things, but it's not going well.
No, not from what I have seen.
No. So, friend of the podcast in our minds and hearts, Sati Sims, Sati Sim Builds on Twitter, is a phenomenal builder. She's the one that they are the artist that creates these larger than life builds. They created World of Warcraft within The Sims. They did a lot of the Alice in Wonderland builds that we featured not long ago. So Sati released a video, simply tweeted dot 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 dot, and it's the the music from I guess it's like the Wii me builder screen.
Oh yeah.
Do 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 do.
Do.
Somewhat synonymous with like derpy.
Yeah.
So it's just that music playing over Sati Sims attempting to build platforms within a room. The platforms, I mean, these platforms look great. Let me tell you, they look awesome. However,
the game had other ideas.
Definitely a conflict of interest between the game and what Sati was doing. And I'm just watching this now because they edited it with like this clip of like two men on a talk show just laughing hysterically at the end, like why even bother? Like, what are we doing here? It's so funny, and I feel it in my heart. So I am sad that this is happening to builders across the world.
Yep.
But it is really funny
Yeah.
the way that Sati showed it. It's the issue is enclosing these platforms inside a room. So again, I'm merely a build duchess, but I am interested in figuring out what this means for my game. I'm hoping with the most recent update they have fixed it.
The one cool thing that I saw already is that people are using platforms to make bunk beds.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Not and actual bunk beds, but they work.
Yeah, I'll take it. I mean, those are the coolest ones anyway, like a little loft bed.
Yeah.
I'm into it. I'm here for it. So look, there's already wonderful things being made here. You just gotta be creative and pray that your game doesn't crash. We'll get to it. We've got more half walls. There are now 12 in addition to the 7 previously available. directly from the patch notes. Pity the poor person who was tasked with writing uniquely descriptive names for each of these 19 height variations. Oh boy. So that's like our build update. Shall we talk sentiments and sim profiles? Because I have
Sure.
gotten a little bit of experience in this now. Have you? You're staying away from Sims 4,
Yeah.
right?
For the
All
moment,
right.
yeah.
So this is in a few words, still has the potential for the excitement that I had when we talked about it last Social Bunny.
Mm-hmm.
Feels a little light, but I can see it really growing in future expansions.
Oh, yeah.
I think it really, so in your relationship bar in The Sims, and you would hover over a person and a couple things would pop up, be like best friend, mom, like all
Yeah.
the ways that your sim was related to that sim.
Mm-hmm.
Husband, wife, lover, boyfriend, whatever.
Best friend.
Best friend, exactly. So what has happened now is they've made that into a click and open sim profiles.
Interesting.
Uh-huh. So, and now it's like a full screen image of, not full screen, it's like a fairly larger pop-up. It's like a pause the game pop-up that shows the sim that you've clicked on, their relationship to your sim, their employment status, like everything about this sim through the eyes of the sim that you have selected. So, like, interesting, cool.
Yeah.
And then that's where the sentiments come in. And I will say it looks like there are Snowy Escape specific sentiments that are tied to experiences within the pack. So to me, that might have to do with like memories of visiting Mount Korome. I'm never going to say it right. The mountain in the Snowy Escapes. You know what I'm talking about. Mount K.
Yes.
I'm the worst. So it might have to do with events, but where I've experienced it so far is in just relationships, and you get moodlets based on the sentiment you have towards other sims. So sim A develops a sentiment of another sim based on really, from what I've seen, very limited contact, and then remains that way. So it's like a first impression almost.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's been interesting. So I've talked a little bit about my Truman Show challenge that I'm still just plugging away at. I've strayed from the actual rules of the challenge. I don't even really know anymore. And Truman got a little sister. So Truman and the mom character, who I play exclusively almost because the challenge is you can't control the Truman character.
Oh, yeah.
So the mom like dotes on Truman as she should, he's the star, whatever. And apparently I was like had the mom be mean or something to the new daughter.
Oh,
But
no.
for sim weeks at a time, the daughter had this like moodlet that was like betrayal and like hurt by this person. I was like, she like didn't give you cereal. What happened? Like, oh my god.
Just a simple parenting thing leads to betrayal.
Which, like, honestly, toddlers are that dramatic, so it might not be so off base. So I kind of love it. So that's my little, like, I don't know, tutorial, I guess, on the sentiments. It works for pets if you have cats and dogs, obviously one way only, but you can have, like, how your sim feels about their dog, and it's like, love them, of course.
Why wouldn't
you? So, yeah, sentiments and sim profiles. It's something that is included now through the patch. So, I don't have the new expansion pack, but I have these new base game features, which, again, is one of my favorite parts of the fact that they do these pre-release updates. Yeah.
So you don't have to get it to get the special things, but it enhances the game throughout everything.
Exactly. I remember long ago that free winter update that we got. That was like the first one. Now
Yeah.
everybody's spoiled. Everyone's like, where's my free stuff? Back in my day, we were grateful. Anyway, back in my day,
We
we
didn't
had The
have
Sims 3.
pools.
We
Yeah.
didn't have polls, and we had The Sims 3, and we had to pay for everything. But we talked last time about the skin tone situation. And I think since we talked about it, the Maxis team has been a little bit more transparent on Twitter to kind of say, like, look, this October update was not meant to fix everything, but it went, what they did is they tweeted out like really specific screenshots from a development standpoint of what they fixed. Banding on the cheeks and foreheads, discoloration on the tip of the nose, and we covered it a little bit, but I mean, this was just their way of saying, look, more is coming. This is what this very specific piece focused on. So
it's building up piece by piece.
It's hard. Like, my knee-jerk reaction is to defend, and I do think this is like their like a really good move, because they're trying to be clear with like, well, we're building towards something better, and because we know it's important, we've released this much smaller fix, but we're working towards the bigger one.
Yeah.
I feel like it's just gotten a lot of flack, and I don't know, it's also, it's time. Like, it's bin time. It's done bin time. So
it's one of those things. I see both sides of the issue. I think they probably should have been a little more transparent on what pieces they were doing, and then on the other side, the community needs to just kind of wait and let it be added in.
Yeah, both sides. I agree. So the next point is vacation anywhere, and oh my god, could I use a vacation?
Oh yeah, me too.
So with this new pack, they've included the ability to vacation anywhere. So if your sim is from Strangerville, they can go on vacation in, Willowbrook Crest, another Creek? Town. They can go anywhere they want, even made up ones. I don't know. But yeah,
if you have a world, you can vacation in it.
That's right, and it doesn't matter what it's called. Oh man. But so it's basically introduced this concept of a rental lot. So you can get an Airbnb now, basically.
Nice.
This episode not sponsored by Airbnb. Thank you. Oh my gosh, I've had some Airbnb nightmares.
Oh no.
Have you ever?
No.
No.
I've never. I don't get many vacations.
I mean, and it was my like one. I think it's the last like vacation I've been on, like, before pandemic, and it was in like early 2019. So
oh really?
I'm trying to think. We were in Niagara Falls, and we're like looking at the waterfall and like doing the tour and and I get a blip on my phone. I had scheduled everything ahead of time. I get a blip on my app that's like, your Airbnb host canceled, like they can't host you anymore. And I was like, we're in, and it, like, I'm prone to panic, but I was like, we are in a foreign country, Canada, and we have no place to stay. They like freaked out. And the issue with Airbnb is they like don't, like, it's on you. Like, there's nothing they can do. They're like, okay, well, like, you can try to find a new one and we'll like reimburse you. I'm like, no, find me a new place. I went a little Karen. But I was like, why is it that you can't like at least give me like a couple recommendations? And like, you just have to find something new, and we'll like pay for it if it's like the same amount. I'm like trying to like be on this tour and also like scroll through my apps. It was a thing. It was a whole thing.
Yeah. Sounds like something I would do in that situation.
Just full-blown panic. But in The Sims, I bet you wouldn't run into that problem.
No.
Because the new pack has some pre-built rental lots in the world of Mount Komorebi. It has to be in front of me, and I do a little bit better. Even when I read it, it's like, no. So, and it looks like you can, if you don't have Snowy Escape, you can do manage worlds and either place some rental lots or switch different lot types to be a rental lot. I've played with this a little bit, just in placing a new lot type. Like, oh, a rental. Didn't know that was a thing. And now I know. It's from the new
Nice.
pack. What about the new toddler news?
Ooh, toddlers get slippers to wear. Yay! So cute.
I'm thrilled. Why?
Yes.
I don't know. It's just great. I'm just happy about it.
Anything to do with the toddlers is pretty cute.
I'll take it. We also, to kind of jump, but I feel like this is relevant, Sarah on our Discord, thank you, Sarah, found this, quote, secret toddler feature. It's from Iron Siegel, friend of the podcast in our own minds. And there's a clip, we'll put it in our show notes, but basically, if you are controlling a child sim or another toddler sim, apparently there's an interaction as of yesterday, the 15th. It might have been cleared out with this recent update. But you can click on a sync and say clean up toddler person, toddler sim, and they like grow 2 feet. To pick, it shows a toddler like growing taller to pick up another toddler. No. It's very bizarre. So check that out in your game.
Definitely reminds me of the Sims 3 glitch where if you go to read a toddler to sleep, they grow like 6 feet tall and just stand in the cot.
Yep. Just full on Slender Man.
Yes.
Nobody asked for this.
No.
Jess, do you listen to K-pop?
I do not, but I know a lot of people that do.
How about J-pop?
J-pop? Yep, that one is definitely closer. My brothers listen to J-pop.
Okay. How about S-pop?
S-pop? What is S-pop?
S-pop. Oh, thank you for asking. S-pop is Sim Pop, which was a radio station that came with the City Living expansion pack. It's a play on K-pop or J-pop. Vastly popular. Like that is like one of the fandoms in our world that I know exists. It's huge and it's so in my face, but I haven't like hopped on the bandwagon yet. Yeah. And I very well may at any time. It's like Supernatural. Everyone tells me to watch it. I haven't watched it. Doctor Who. You're a Whovian, right?
Yeah.
I haven't, and because I never know where to start. Jess, what season? Where do I start? There's a 2005. Million of them.
Yeah. I just say start in 2005.
That's Eccleston.
Mm-hmm.
See, I know some things, but
yeah,
I'm still learning. But yeah, so S-pop is now not just for City Living folks, people with the City Living pack, I should say. The station is now available for all players with 5 new songs for all players to enjoy. Keep on Rocking by Chai, Kanzen Haoki Sengen, the Simlish version, performed by Nanowar. Nope. I was going to get them. I was going to get so many of these. Performed by Nanowakari. Part 2, performed by Sasuke. Nin Hersag's Tone, performed by Unite Satisfy. And Harojion, performed by Yoasobi. I'm sorry, K-pop, J-pop, and other pop stans. I probably butchered all of those. Komorebi. There, the palate cleanser.
Yes. And do you want to point out that if you have City Living, the S-pop songs that were exclusive to that pack will stay exclusive to that pack. It's just these new S-pop songs are for all of the games.
Got
expansions.
Very nice. I mean, hey, that opens up the fact that radio option is available now. So
yes.
Oh my God, Jess, that's just all the new stuff that we got.
Yeah.
That's just the new stuff. Which, I mean, again, we'll get to the issues in a moment, but do you want to just roll back and forth on these, all these other delicious patch notes?
Sure. We have a ton of them.
We do.
Okay. For patches in the base game, freelancer Sims can now complete gigs they have signed up for and harvest the fruits of their labor. Simoleons, 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 simoleons.
Yeah, I remember the freelancer Sims having an issue for a while.
Yeah.
I recently played the with one of my actor Sims and didn't see an issue, but I know that's a different, similar mechanic, but must be different enough that it wasn't causing issues.
Mhm.
Does your Sim look bored all the time? Even when you think they're having fun? Do they look bored to you? Not a problem anymore. It's been taken care of. That's very ominously written, but okay.
Yes. Calls dropping? Is your cell phone behaving like a certain network is just not up to snuff? We have upgraded all Sims to Simgular, Llama's Choice network that does not allow off-the-grid shenanigans when your Sims are not off the grid.
Oh my god, thank goodness they upgrade. After that merger with
Mm-hmm.
S Mobile? I don't
Yeah.
know. Sim TNT?
Yep.
Anyway. The NanoCan touchless trash can has been recalled and fixed, so now all your trash can be cash in a flash. We've been waiting on that one for a while. I remember
Yeah.
there's been outcries of the NanoCan touchless trash can issue.
Mm-hmm. It's been taken care of now. Did you ever experience the Honey I Shrunk the Basil and Sage plants issue in game? No
Oh.
longer. No sage or basil plants were harmed in the fixing of this issue.
Well, thank goodness.
Yeah.
Are you one of those people who has the little basil garden and sage, like a windowsill garden?
In the game, no, but in real life, yes.
That's what I meant in real
Yeah.
life, because those are the people that I respect
Mhm.
and wish. I have what's often called like a death thumb instead of a green thumb. I murder every plant that I meet, so
My
it's just
my
not
thumb's
for
a
me.
little green tinged. My wife's is
Okay.
definitely more green than mine.
That's good. It's good to have at least one plant literate person in the home.
Yeah.
My mom recently my mom, love her, she'll cook here and there, but she's got this basil, it's like basil, sage, and I think rosemary. It's like a little thing of 3, and she waters them, and every time I go over now she's like, do you want some basil? I'm like, Mom, I don't need any basil. She's like, I know, but I have too much of it, and the thing is like spilling over the side. I'm like, put it like on your pizza or make some soup. She's like, well, so the thing is, I figured out I don't really like basil that much. I'm like, Mom, you are the whitest white lady, and I love you so much, but come on. They don't do herbs. She's raised Irish. Pepper was foreign to her. Anyway.
I know we had a mint plant that was like out of control. Like, okay, what do we use all this mint for?
Make everything minty. Oh,
everything.
Your breath smells amazing.
Oh, thank you. I was chewing on some mint.
I have some. Do you want some? We have too much. Ever had Sims show up looking like a product of a bad makeover? Did your debate judge just show up to the debate wearing a mascot hat when they're not the mascot? Ooh. Did your fellow spellcasters show up in the magic realm wearing not so magical clothes? Say no more. We have applied a fix so that non-playable Sims can be a bit more appropriately coordinated in their outfits and per occasion. Big upset on this. Do you want to go into a little more detail on that bullet?
Sure. They said, to explain a bit further, we created a much more robust set of internal tools that allows us to have greater control over the outfits that the Sims choose to wear in unique situations. We've improved a lot of the wacky towny fashion you've seen previously. It's called Fashion Sweaty, look it up. But if you still see oddities, let us know. It'll be an easier issue for us to iron out moving forward. Together, we can defeat the dreaded eyeball ring.
No, the eyeball ring! See, I want to talk about this one for a minute because, I mean, part of the charm of townies is the just wild clothes they show up in sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Like, did you feel the need? Yeah.
I just love seeing, like, all the posts on Facebook is like, and in this week in townie fashion.
I love, it's like I have to fill the slot of a hat, a face accessory, the neck, like it's like for whatever reason the former algorithm now made it so like every slot had to be filled sometimes. It's like,
Yeah.
wow, okay, that, you know what? I feel like it's like an Audrey Hepburn or some fashion, Coco Chanel, I think, said, right before you leave the house, take one item off, like so you won't be over accessorized or
Mhm.
whatever. Townies do not follow that rule.
No, they go the
Uh,
opposite way.
they go more. But like that's kind of the fun of it.
Hmm.
Um, I'm also choosing to believe that the parenthetical here, it's called Fashion Sweetie. Look it up, but spelled sweaty, which is like kind of an internet joke of like it's commonly mixed up. I'm
Yeah.
choosing to believe that that's a call out to us because we have posted uh, a caption or two titled "It's called Fashion Sweetie." Look it up, but
Yeah.
spelled sweaty, and it's my favorite thing. Like that's a direct call out to Melly. I'm pretty sure one of our social divas. Let's see. Door lock settings now persist when Sims travel. Ah, that's right. If I disallow everybody, it should stay that way when I travel, or when I exit the game. And the occasional restart, too. Humph. Makes sense. I was
Yep.
having this issue. And it's actually almost, I fortunately saved right before, but so like, and again, I'm talking my gameplay, so feel free to chime in with your own stories at any time. But for this Truman Show challenge, I think I put the house on the gallery. It's one of like the two things that I have on the
Oh
gallery,
yeah.
but the Truman Show house that I built just off of like a 50s style home. Um but in order to mimic the like control command center from the movie, I made a little secret basement, and so everybody but Truman can go into that secret basement.
Ah.
The mom has a thriving YouTube career. um, she's got like social media out the wazoo. She like has reached top celebrity levels without like ever leaving the house.
Oh, nice.
um, but I have the door locked for Truman, so everyone but him can go in
Hmm.
there. And I saved, I did my thing, I came back, and I had just saved. So fortunately, I saved and saw him go through the door, and I was like, "Oh no!" I mean, it's a challenge; it doesn't mean anything, but
Yeah.
still, it broke my world building, and I just exited really quick and started over and like double checked the locks. And so that's if that's happening to you, should be fixed by now.
Yep. I had that issue. I had locked one of my cult members in a room for a little
As you
while.
do.
Yep,
Mm-hmm.
as you do. And all of a sudden I looked and one of the grannies was in there like giving her food. I'm like, "No. You are not supposed to be doing this."
Okay, so have we shifted then to a more sadistic granny cult? What's the update? What's the status?
Um, it's still progressing just like that. I have noticed like um if they have like personality traits that don't fit the granny mold, they kind of get
Sure.
anytime they do something bad, they get locked in a room for a little
I
while.
mean, you got to learn to act right. I mean,
Yeah.
what any self-respecting granny would do, for
Hmm.
sure.
Hmm.
Hilarious.
Part of that was because I got Nancy Landgrab into the cult, and I'm like, okay, you are nothing like a granny that I want in my cult.
Yeah, she needs a timeout. Do
Yep.
they all come out of their locked rooms like just clad in all knitted clothing with like kind of a glazed over expression? Granny,
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry for misbehaving.
I've made a sweater.
Please forgive me.
It's
I
fun.
forget who just went. Is it you or
Okay.
me?
It's me.
Okay.
Okay. Sims who have passed away no longer sometimes disappear from their genealogy. This is not retroactive, so any Sims that already disappeared will not return.
Oof. That's a bummer. I
Yeah.
mean, I've never really made it to like a true legacy challenge, so doesn't affect my gameplay, but I am
Hmm.
sure that this really screwed with some people's systems. So interesting. Sims no longer ignore the kitchen sink and dishwasher to wash their dishes in the bathroom sink. Okay. So, and this is interesting because I thought that no, they haven't ever addressed this. We found a mod. We actually
Yeah.
found a mod and talked about it in an episode long, long ago that is specifically made so Sims don't just bypass the kitchen sink to wash their dishes in the bathroom. That's been a long time coming. I'm
Oh,
actually
yeah.
surprised. Maybe that's what broke the game. I'm pretty sure
Maybe.
like that was going on for so long. They're like, "Oh, let's
Mm-hmm.
change this." Nope. That runs deep. That's deep
Yeah.
code.
Every single one of my Sims has washed dishes in the bathroom at least once.
Amazing.
Oasis Springs world map now shows lots in the correct locations. I see you, Yuma Heights. Don't be sneaky now.
Don't be sneaky, Yuma Heights. Hey, Yuma Heights, girl. Cut that. That's so embarrassing. Just forget it. Here's a good one. Sims now can propose to their beloved without rejection. Congratulations. On the
Yay!
same note, Sims with multiple romantic partners now can propose and marry. First of all, grammatically, this is incorrect. On the
Mhm.
same note, Sims with multiple romantic partners can now propose to and marry one of them and not get sabotaged by their partner's predicament of not being able to get married because they are employed together even when they are not. Holy crap. Okay,
Wow.
multiple part. So I remember a while ago that there was like that glitch where it's like you can't marry a coworker, even
Yeah.
when that wasn't true. But this seems to. Oh, maybe it was still affecting Sims with multiple romantic partners.
Ooh,
Interesting.
maybe.
I don't play like that often, so I
Mm-mm.
haven't seen this. Not judging, I just don't.
No.
Um,
And I haven't done that since Sims 3 when if you had multiple partners, you got punished from the
yeah,
other partners.
yes, no, I think honestly that's what trained me out of it. Like I got
Mm-hmm.
so nervous because you would get publicly shamed. It they did it in Sims 2 also, and you could not stop it. You could click
Mm-hmm.
out of the task, and it
Yeah.
would keep going. Ugh,
I know.
the drama.
I've had babies upset with my Sims in Sims 3.
How dare you birth a bastard like me? I'll never forget you.
Betrayed.
Amazing.
Sims who have finished their workday now get back to things sooner instead of sometimes staring off into space.
Look, I took this as just realism in the game because when I finish work now, I just kind of glaze over for a while,
Yeah.
contemplate the futility of life.
Yeah. I feel that. I feel that.
Listen, Sim, you take all the time you need.
Yep. Do you need to sit in your car for a half hour just staring out the windshield? You do that.
You know what? I'm just gonna watch the rain for a little bit, okay?
Yep.
All by myself. Ever wished your delicious food just never ended? We thought we did until our Sims were unable to finish their meals. Now they are able to finish eating leftovers. They are leftovers, not left forevers. Um, this is not what I thought it was, but I thought that I was dealing with a glitch, but then realized that I had just upgraded my fridge to have the thing where the food never goes bad.
Oh, yeah.
So I was like, how is all of this food lasting this long? Like something's wrong. I'm not mad about it, but something is wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But apparently I just did something in game. Honestly, like that's just the fun of Sims. Is this wrong because I did it on purpose, or is it wrong because of a glitch? Who's to say?
Who
It's
knows?
all realism at some point. We're all
Yep.
just trying to execute functions and failing
Yeah.
repeatedly.
We are the Sims.
Hey cat, I fed you already. You have had dinner. They scream.
Aw.
Okay.
Sims sharing double beds can now nap or sleep in any combination. Sim A can nap and Sim B can sleep, or Sim A can sleep and Sim B can nap, or they can both sleep or nap. Well, you get the picture.
That's very interesting. See, like that's that attention to detail that I really do appreciate
Yeah.
in the developers and in these patch notes. It's like I've never really seen a need for it, but you know what? Now I can, and I'm
Yeah.
happy about it.
I'm glad that's there now.
Yeah, me too. Shower tubs can now be cleaned enough to be visibly squeaky clean.
Always a good thing.
Great.
Another one bites the dust. The issue that generated error code 110C875D8FF on game load has been fixed.
Oh, that's a good one.
Thank God.
Again, unless this is, I feel like this is the same one we talked about last time, but anyway, it doesn't matter. Always improving.
Yep.
Style influencer sims can now perform Style influencer sims can now perform quick sketch impression without breaking the digital sketch pad. Be kind with your tools and toys. This is one that I think Caitlin warned me about in chat. Maybe it was on our Discord that I saw it, that somebody warned me, like, the digital sketch pad breaks everything. So, beware.
It's fixed, though. They removed incorrect moodlets such as awkward hug when unflirty sims hug kids. Ugh. In the same fashion, we made sure unflirty sims no longer receive the witnessed crass act moodlet when parents and children hug or kiss cheeks.
Oh no!
Oh no! That whole one, everything about that.
No. So like, and here's my thought process. Like, it must be code as like kiss. You know, there's kiss for like romantic couples, and there's kiss on the cheek. So I'm just thinking, I don't really know code, but I'm just thinking like unflirty sims are coded, I'm sure, to react to kiss of any kind.
Any kind of kiss.
And maybe like the parents and children kiss on cheeks, like maybe that was with a patch down the line. I don't know. I think that's really funny though. I mean, it's terrible, but like really funny. A kiss on the cheek?
Oh no.
Now I'm just reminded of like people who kiss their parents on the mouth. I don't want
to
put anybody out. I don't want to make any ill judgments on anyone. I'm just saying that's not what we do in my family.
Nope.
And I can't be convinced that it's okay. So live your life, but I don't want to witness a crass act in that regard.
We get that, moodlet.
Family love is very important. Just kiss on the cheek, for the love of God. Okay. Adult sims now teach blocks to their toddlers. Learning in early life is important.
That's good. Sims on vacation can now hire a nanny and or a butler to take care of things while they are away.
Oh, thank goodness.
Yes.
Toddlers no longer will show as at daycare when they are taken back home via the care for self option. No toddler clones here. You can't be in two places at once. Yeah. I don't think I've run into that one. I had the Truman Show. We're going to have to do an episode on this stupid Truman Show challenge because I'm too invested now.
Yeah.
But basically, the mom sim remarried. It's a whole thing. They had a wedding. And I'm trying to think. There was like a weird glitchy something when the new toddler daughter was at the wedding and then had to go home. But maybe it was that. I don't know.
Toddlers left at home while the rest of the household goes on vacation now receive proper care and otherwise can join the vacation. Think of the children. Toddlers deserve fun and relaxation in new places too.
This is an important one to fix, especially now with all these vacation rental options available. Toddlers no longer get the silly ocean moodlet from playing in rivers.
Children once again earn adult skills. Sniff, they grow up so fast.
Simmers in social events now get a warning when switching to a sim in another neighborhood rather than the event canceling automatically. Oh.
That's good.
who would want to leave a great event by switching to someone else? Like, bring the party to me.
Sims with enough simoleons now can move into empty lots.
Well, that's good. That's very timely because I just started the survival challenge that's floating around on the Simmerinos Facebook group.
Yes.
If anyone's a Survivor fan, as in the show, I got a Jeff Probst sim off the gallery. I'm gonna load up my game while we're reading these so I can shout out who made it. So please proceed.
Splitting households and then moving no longer causes an infinite load.
Okay, I got it. Like a load screen that takes a long time. Phrasing, Maxis, please. Yikes. We told Sims that they should probably not take 45 minutes to drink a single cup of coffee. As you guys know, I am a coffee fiend, but nursing the same cup for that long is not in the coffee lover's manual for enjoying fresh coffee. Now, that's not from me. That is from Sim Guru Graham and or Sim Guru Rusky. I don't drink coffee, but I do know that when you try to drink it after 45 minutes, it is cold and it is gross.
Mm-hmm. And my grannies do have a habit of drinking this single cup of coffee forever.
I'm like, coffee no, grannies.
I need you to knit. I need you to take care of the garden. I don't need you sitting and drinking coffee all day.
A lot to do, babes. Come on. My grandma was more of a tea lady. Interesting.
My grandma always had a pot of coffee going.
Yeah? Love that energy.
We met with our wonderful Sim firefighters and came to the agreement that they now also will extinguish fires on wall objects such as paintings.
I'm sorry. I'm just picturing the meeting. I know they're not real, but they brought them all into a room and they're all standing facing other directions. And it's like Guru Dave, Ninja comes on. Okay, guys, listen, I know you went through training already, but it is important that we discuss the fact that you do have to put out fires anywhere they are. Didn't think we needed to specify that. But, yeah.
I gotta look up.
Come on. Real quick, my Jeff Probst sim that I got off the gallery is by Luck for Spuck 4S. LUK 4 SPUK 4S. Luke for Spook 4s. I don't know. Thank you. It's a pretty dope Jeff Probst. He's got the cheekbones and everything. He looks great. So, moving along. Action progress bars no longer... Guys, grammar. Action progress bars are no longer interrupted when a new action is added to a Sims queue. Oh, yeah. I feel like I saw that a couple of times where it's like, no, let me stack. Please let me stack. Otherwise, I will not survive.
Yeah.
Oy vey.
Sometimes items could disappear from your Sims inventory after traveling. This should no longer happen. Where is my cup of coffee? Oh, okay. It is here.
It's like, oh, did I leave all my souvenirs on the plane? Dang.
I had that issue bringing one of my Sims in another game back from college. Like, they had, I know they had a book and a camera and a laptop, and they were all gone when they came back home.
Oh, no. Have you ever actually finished Sims University?
Yes, once.
Okay, once. All right, yeah. I've
had
yet
to graduate.
To do it. Yeah. So, still working on that. Oy vey. It takes a long time, man. Anyway, Sims no longer have clay blobs, future cubes, and or sketch pads spawn infinitely in their inventory. This felt like grabbing something out of Felix the Cat's bag. Just a never-ending bag of clay blobs, future cubes, and sketch pads. What did it all mean? We may never know. I don't know. That feels a little convenient there.
Yeah.
But hey, choo-choo, Speculation Station. If you've got thoughts on what could it all mean, tweet at us.
Yeah,
tell us your theories.
Opening a stack of inventory items and then going back now highlights the correct item.
I don't really know what that refers to, but thank goodness.
Yep.
The
I don't
survival.
either, but yeah.
Yeah. Everything inventory right now, the survival challenge deals a lot with like just stuff you collect and selling it. So I'm in that inventory a lot. Oh, this is me. In reviewing items in inventory, we realized that some item stacks were showing up with the number 99 plus incorrectly on multi-select. What's the number? Stomp, stomp. What's the number? Stomp, stomp. The number of the day. Oh, I know what the. Okay. You're about to see the number is the actual number of items you have. That's the number of the day. What is that from? The number of the day. Now I gotta look it up. Yeah, it's time to get up and stomp your feet to this great foot stomping Transylvanian beat. Yeah, it's the Count. The Count from Sesame Street, who, I mean, listen, he's on vacation in Nevada right now helping them out, so I think that's important. That's already a stale joke. It is far after the election. Anyway. Okay.
Sims no longer endlessly play games such as chess, Sabacc, if you own Journey to Batu, Void Critter cards, if you own kid stuff, and your regular card games. I could play with Meduso forever, though. Hashtag Meduso forever.
I mean, again, this is just quarantine realism. Just board games on board games on board games. Page up, page down, and the home end keys now work in free cam mode. This is great for all of our fellow simmers who film in-game and create videos and stories, and I do none of that, so thank you for your service to us all.
Yes. The aspiration panel now shows the gender of Sims regardless of whether they are active.
Good.
Okay.
Gender is a construct. Anyway.
Yes.
Now only gardeners autonomously remove wild plants. Sims with green fiend trait, if you own eco lifestyle, we're being a bit overly eager in removing plants everywhere, so the professionals will handle it from now on. Well, that's nice.
That's good. Listen to together on a stereo no longer resets Sims.
Sims no longer get poorly decorated and dismally decorated moodlets when decorations are in the room. This applies to new saves as it is not retroactive, but my, how judgmental lots were.
Columns can now rotate 45 degrees, and in free rotation, spin them right round, Simmers, right round.
Ooh, okay. I dig this. The live edit objects cheat no longer surfaces items with broken thumbnails that were not meant to be part of that cheat. Pardon our dust.
Shower descriptions in the catalog said they were uncomfortable. Showers are meant to relax and be a place of meditation, so the catalog now says they provide discomfort relief, unless the specific shower really is uncomfortable.
The subtle saucer and the super subtle saucer now have images that are more distinct from each other in the catalog. Super subtle, super saucer. Oh, that's that light. That light is just a circle, which, yes, because I never knew the difference for the longest time. I was like, oh, this one's more expensive and like a little smaller. Cool.
Yeah.
It's more subtle.
Subtle, yes. Removed the player feet door because it wasn't really a door.
What is that?
I'm not sure. I don't think I've ever seen that.
Me neither. Dishwashers, the professional dish laborer, Washer Pro free-standing dishwasher from Dine Out, and industrial dishwasher unit from Parenthood no longer have a gap between counters. Oh, that's nice.
That's good.
Oh, I saw that. I saw that come up. It's just like an accidental non-door that comes up in the by debug mode when you open some of those options. Okay. So good. Great.
That's good. Digital World wall tiles have been polished, shiny and new.
Interesting. Career unlockable outfits no longer shown up when filtering for custom content.
Toddlers no longer have bald spots when zoomed out on low graphic settings.
That's a real thing, though. That little patch on the back of
Yeah.
little kids' heads. That happens.
Mm-hmm.
Frayed jean. Ugh. So, like, with any of these that are kind of, like, really specific, I'm not going to
No.
read out the whole thing. There's a frayed set of jeans that no longer clips with several tops.
There's 2 anniversary t-shirts that fit better on more body types.
All right. Sims with certain feminine frames now look better when wearing pants or full body outfits. I think I know which ones are the culprit of this. There are some
Mm-hmm.
pants that just do not shape well to any body type.
Yeah.
So,
Fix some Create a Sim item backgrounds.
Selecting what you want to do next at the end of the tutorial on console no longer has the mysterious word label in the background. Oh.
Ooh. Gallery filters no longer cut off some venue type names in some languages. This was particularly egregious for French and Brazilian Portuguese text.
Ah, well, French and Brazilian Portuguese players, there you go.
Fixed.
Fixed. Game fonts got some spiffing up to keep all characters looking their best.
And as with every update, the localization team has tweaked, improved, and fixed text across all packs and previous updates.
All right. That's just base game, you guys.
That was just the base game.
Yeah, there's a couple more, and by a couple more, I mean like a couple more per expansion pack. So, let's get this going. In Get to Work, scientist Sims placing collected crystals and metals in their laboratory, no longer crash the game. Do you ever science so hard the simulation crashes? Oh god, that's opening up a door that I just can't.
Yeah.
Also, the test serum action on a scientist coworker no longer causes an error.
In Get Together, there's a stone frame window, Holy Geometry, and King of Diamonds classical door now placed properly, which is good because I had a King of Diamonds door not want to place at all. Sims in clubs with a read rule now finish the books they choose to read. No cheating, my friends. Wearing their earbuds if you own fitness stuff and participating in club gatherings no longer causes an error.
That's good.
Mm-hmm. And club affiliation on university housing, if you own Discover University, now persists after entering build buy mode.
The earbuds thing. I feel like that's super rude though. Like if you have earbuds in while you're trying to like interact with people in a club. Like,
yeah.
Take them out, bro. Anyway.
You can listen to them anytime, just not here.
Yeah. Get out. There's a lot of like cross pack fixes, which I think is interesting because we've gotten a lot of complaints. I personally have complained a lot that like the fixes in what am I trying to say? When new content is added, right? There's often not a ton of, awareness of how those features affect past expansion packs. And so a lot of these are like fixing stuff. Like that's a get together and fitness stuff crossover fix. The next one is, Discover University and get together combo. So I just think that's really interesting.
Yeah.
For city living, Ultra Speed now works while festivals are in progress. Some conspiracy can be said about festivals wanting simmers to enjoy them in all their glory at a normal speed and at every speed, but these are just conjectures. Yes. All right, shade from the Sim Guru team. I get it. Look, maybe if there weren't 5 different festivals that were all the same thing every time, then we wouldn't speed through them. Love you. Sims no longer read their mail out loud while conversing with their apartment neighbors. Talk about rude, right? I mean, I don't see the issue with that.
No.
You're going through your mail and chatting up your neighbor.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway. Read about festival now consistently displays festival information. I think that's with the, what are they called? The bulletin board in City Living?
Oh, yeah.
Like the message board. Anyway. And Sims from specific San Myshuno neighborhoods now have more variety on their appearance, probably linked with the towny fix.
Yeah. In Cats and Dogs, stencils in Create a Sim Pet now consistently paint your furry friends without crashing.
Now, here's a question I have. Do you create pets from Create a Sim often?
I do occasionally, yes.
I haven't in the longest time. And I did for the Survivor Challenge because I just wanted to put a dog in there. I didn't want him to have to. Actually, it wouldn't let me adopt a pet because it's an off the grid lot and he couldn't, like, it doesn't let you hire a service. So I'm like, all right, I'm just managing worlds then. So I haven't been in there in a while. Was that breed combo thing always there? Like, you can crossbreed a corgi and a husky and come out with an adorable squat little gremlin, and I want a million of them.
I did not notice that the last time I was in there because I probably would have made a more accurate version of one of my cats.
Right? There's some options in there that I haven't seen because I never go in there. But if you have cats and dogs, check it out. You know, show us your fun crossbred golden super poodle doodles. We want to see them.
Yes.
Seasons. The holiday tradition New Skill Day now focuses on starting new skills and improving low-level skills, so skills that are maxed out don't count. Interesting. That makes sense to what I've been doing, which is just because, like, skills that I was working on, like, skilled up and didn't count on that day. And I'm like, what the heck? So now I have a reason. Okay.
That's good.
Yeah. Toddlers who are inside during a blizzard and in a high chair no longer want to run outside, so their caretakers won't take them out of the chair prematurely. You're safe, little one. You are safe. All carrots, onions, mushrooms, potatoes, apples, tomatoes, and grow fruits can be placed indoors during freezing weather. Oh, nice.
That's good.
Plants no longer change their quality or evolve on their own after Sims traveling. Oh, that was a nice little workaround, though.
Yeah.
Some outdoor plants that were stuck in summer-fall now turn brown and lose their flowers when winter starts. Good to know. Sims can book vacations on the computer during holidays. Good. I mean, when else am I going to have the time, honestly?
Yeah.
Simmers who have disabled rain and snow no longer should see them. Guys, this grammar. Simmers who have disabled rain and snow should no longer see rain or snow during mysterious weather. Mysterious indeed. Male Sims now wear appropriate shoes when working as a floral designer or botanist. I'm sorry, what is inappropriate shoes for being a floral designer or botanist? I guess no shoes, probably.
Flip-flops.
I mean, I guess. Yeah. There's like shears involved. Yeah, no, you gotta protect the tootsies.
Mm-hmm.
The beanie hat looks a bit better. That's the one from Seasons with the poof ball, which is good because that was unwearable. It looks so silly. I hope they gave it a little gravity, you know?
Yeah.
I hope. And Sims scheduling an event in the calendar for a rental lot no longer end up in a lot where they have not been greeted. Well, good.
That's good. In Get Famous, stans, or stalker fans, and kleptomaniac Sims no longer steal pet food bowls or cat litter. I have no words for this one. I have nothing.
That is as written. That's my favorite one of this whole thing. I have no words. I have nothing.
Nothing. Sims with maxed out atrocious reputation now maintain their reputation when traveling. Atrocious you shall be forever.
Forever. Atrocious is a rough one for me. That's why I always shorten it to atrosh. On Island Living, conservationist Sims now write conservation articles at the appropriate career level, level 4. On the same note, the task for research conservation can now be completed. Odd jobs no longer get stuck in a state where inventory and build mode cannot be accessed. Good. We had long conversations with Island Celebration participants and agreed that no random Sims should enter a Sim's home without permission, barging in as if they own the place. Excuse you, privacy and property are a thing, you know?
In Discover University, we chatted with the registrar at Brightchester University and got them to agree that students should receive class time reminders before class instead of after. You're welcome. Now make sure you go on time, all right? School Spirit Day no longer schedules multiple instances at the same time. But did you know it is Spirit Day? Club gatherings no longer have Sims with their bikes indoors in a disruptive manner. I did have one of those.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody just rode their bike into the top of the dorm.
Hey, man!
I'm here!
I got your Postmates!
Sims traveling long distances, including stairs, now properly walk the stairs and then hop their bikes, and they don't leave their bike behind. You can't just abandon your bicycle. What about the poor bike's feelings?
Oh my god, this happened to my Sims all the time.
Aww. Sims can now properly get off bikes while on a slope. Lawyer Sims can now file court documents as their tasks dictate at levels after 5. Just because you move up doesn't mean you stop filing docs.
That's right. Be humble.
Mm-hmm. Students in a different neighborhood from their university now go to school instead of work when choosing Go to Class from the career panel. Students can now receive only one merit scholarship per term. Sims no longer are listed as being at university when they are at home.
Smart.
The game no longer sometimes freezes when Sims enroll in university. We get that attending university is life-changing, but freezing a game is taking a bit to extremes.
Just full anxiety panic attack.
Yep.
I'm going for college.
Oh no!
I'm leaving. Oh god.
Oh god. Freeze. Students now return to campuses in their leisure time to cloud gaze and play soccer in the surrounding areas of Brightchester University and Foxbury Institute, respectively.
Oh, good.
That's good. Sims jogging in an exo-mech suit no longer get fatigue-related moodlets.
Oh.
For eco-lifestyle simmers, throwaway and compost now are available on piles of discarded food. The consequences of not having these were especially egregious at university dorms. And there's a pair of loose sweatpants that now look better when paired with a sweater scarf in Create a Sim.
Good. I can't tell you the number of days I walked out of the house in sweatpants and just a scarf. Nothing else. A scarf halter top, if you will. Yep. It's probably not that, but yes. So, eco lifestyle. Recycle Disciple Sims. Say that 10 times fast. Recycle Disciple Sims without the kleptomaniac trait will now swipe household objects less often. We get it. We are all trying to do our best for the environment, but going after your dumpster was a bit far. We kind of need that. Eco footprints no longer change very quickly from green to neutral. Nox rejoices. Eco footprints in worlds no longer become neutral when entering managed worlds. Helpful. We had a chat. Again, a meeting. We had a chat with eco inspectors, and they agreed they should display the correct occupation from now on. And they shall be known as eco inspectors forever. I don't have eco lifestyle, so I don't know what this is referring to, but again, they had a meeting with these guys, the firefighters, the registrar office, Brightchester. It's great. Bulldozing Pinecrest Apartments is now possible without damaging the lot. Harvestables obtained via a dumpster no longer disappear from inventory a few minutes later. Easy come, easy go. Would you not disappear, though? Recycling is a wonderful thing. Recycling for inventory exposed missing text on some grand meals, so we filled in those names. Okay. Mm-hmm. Toddlers living in lots with the reduce and recycle lot trait, maybe we're taking a bit too far. Maybe we're taking it a bit too far, generating trash piles in their inventories. Put that down. No more trash in your pockets. I mean, this one feels like toddlers are just walking trash receptacles. Yeah. They just pick up gum and garbage wherever they see it. So,
where did you get this candy wrapper?
I mean, I have to say that to my cats all the time.
Yeah.
I threw that away 4 days ago. Stop it.
Where did you get it?
Get that out of your mouth. Um,
Don't swallow it.
don't spit that out. Did your floor patterns experience a glow that never went away after selecting all of them? That's not a problem anymore. The wallpaper, formerly known as Sheet Standing Seam 01 GEN, has been renamed Corrugated Metal. Fabulous.
That's good.
The fabricator's fabricated couch, parentheses, no dye, recipe now creates the correct item. Good.
Good.
Residential wall speaker has been renamed Venue Wall Speaker Americana to accurately reflect its function and music. Oh, okay. Venue Wall Speaker Americana now looks correct with the neutral wood option. Good. Women's sandals, a certain. Nope. There's a set of women's sandals that looks better when paired with a jumpsuit, the jumpsuit utility. I don't know why you would put those together, but fine. Men's hairstyles, curly bun black, crimped long black, both have clearer hairlines now. Great.
In Dine Out, Sims no longer get up from their seats at restaurants randomly and create chaos by speaking to other patrons, grabbing food from their table, putting it somewhere else, and taking over the place by playing the piano or singing. But it was quite the show, wasn't it?
See, I didn't think that was a glitch. I just thought that was drunk people.
Yeah. I mean, I've heard horror stories about customers that actually were like that, so...
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's real life, baby.
Yeah. Xbox One simmers can now edit restaurant staff uniforms in build mode along with other simmers.
In the Vampires pack, Vampire Spar no longer negatively affects conflict resolution for simmers with Parenthood. Now, this is, like I was saying, this is an interesting, what's the word? Confluence of two different types of gameplay, and you know what? Hey, maybe you have a vampire parent. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's beautiful about this game. You play however you want.
Whatever you want to do. The world is your oyster.
That's right.
Spellcasters with all spells learned and maxed out no longer lose those when downloaded from the library or gallery. Muscle memory, perhaps? Create a Sim no longer has the less than attractive skin type that was intended only for cursed Sims as an option. And spellcasters have reviewed the terms of their always transportlet spell, and now can actually teleport anywhere, even places with stairs.
Oh no, yeah, transportalate. I thought it was supposed to be transportable, but I
went into that word thinking it was transportable.
Anyway. Cool. For Journey to Batuu, Sims are now able to complete First Order or Resistance missions and then choose the Hope versus Order, First Steps aspiration, and complete all goals for you completionists out there.
Mm-hmm.
The Lightsaber Collection plaque now has a proper name and description so you can display it with pride. The First Order sent a memo asking to change the First Order blast door to not accept any decals or wall decorations. Interesting. Okay, so that must be a build note. Mm-hmm. You can't put stuff on the blast door. That's a safety thing, too. Don't put stuff on the blast door.
Unnecessary shrapnel.
Yeah, you can't. It's no good. Create a Sim asset. Villager Patch Vertical now goes better with different styles of shoes across multiple packs. I think this is a pants option.
Mm-hmm.
The career panel now displays the active mission chosen from the mission panel. The game no longer freezes when Sims freshen up at the dwelling at Black Spire Outpost. Oh, so close. God damn it. Outpost. Yep, that's what I wanted to say. Mm-hmm. The game no longer freezes when Sims freshen up at the dwelling at Black Spire Outpost.
In Luxury Party, create a Sim asset. Sleeves flutter solid brown. Fits better when wearing Get to Work's long wavy swept platinum hairstyle.
Nice. Another cross-section.
Mm-hmm.
That's not the word, you know what I mean. For Movie Hangout, movie night has been reclaimed. Sims can now watch complete films from start to finish without getting stuck in a never-ending loop. Or should I say, not in a never-ending story. I'm a poser. I'm not a child of the 80s, so I don't actually know what that's from. I just know it from Stranger Things.
Yeah.
But it's catchy, damn it.
Mm-hmm. And finally, we're at the end. In nifty knitting, create a sim boots buckled solid red pin. Work better with jeans print floral blue light.
These are a staple, both of these in your granny cult, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm. The boots definitely.
So that's just every single thing that was added to the game from an update on the 10th of November. Now, it is a week later, and there have been reports of games just straight up crashing. And honestly, I wasn't paying that much attention until we went through all of those patch updates, but it's no wonder they put a lot of content into this update.
Huge.
Massive. Probably the biggest one that we've reported on for sure. I mean, this is already our longest episode, and we still got a couple things to wrap up. But if you check out the forums.thesims.com, there's a post from Sim Guru Nick talking about a couple ways to report the crashes. You're able to upload save games. I think if you are on PC and or console, basically the team just kind of put an ask out for information because developers gain knowledge when learning about what is going wrong in your games and what is triggering these issues with the games. There's something where they also released a couple of workarounds by system, so either PC, Mac, PS4, Steam, a way to disable sound for your game. Now, I don't play with sound. I know it's a very controversial topic, but if you play with sound and you're still getting the crashes, there's a way to disable your sound so that audio related crashes don't happen, because as we said, there's some new music added to the game, there's some new speaker options, so that could play a part. So that's something that kind of was released over the course of last week. Fast forward to today, the day of recording this, the team put out a teeny tiny update, well, a teeny tiny memo about a bigger update. This update addresses the pesky crashes that cropped up with the previous update. If you use the audio workaround, please remember to undo it so you can enjoy the game in all its audible glory. Sorry guys, no, but I get it. The update also resolves the PC problem where attempting to purchase packs from the main menu resulted in an origin error. Well, wouldn't you know it, they solved the error that didn't let you buy their thing.
Yeah.
Thank you as always for your reports and assistance in tracking down these issues. Happy simming. From SimGuru Rusky. So this addresses a certain cause for the crashes. I don't know that it addresses every issue that has been causing the crashes. So if you are still experiencing these crashes a week out from when this was posted, we're recording it on the 17th. You're probably hearing it a week or so later.
At least the
check
25th,
out,
yeah.
At least the 25th. I'm not editing this one, so
yeah.
Or maybe I did volunteer. I don't remember. Moving on. Check out forums.thesims.com for a way to. There's a couple different ways to log your crashes and your incident reports, and that can help the team improve the game. So that's almost everything. I think, yeah, we did that. We talked about. I don't think we really need to address the new pack. I think we can do a quick speculation station and move on. I mean, yeah, we talked about the new pack. This isn't the first impression episode.
Yeah.
All right, with all of that very timely news out of the way, we're going to pull into a choo-choo, the speculation station. Thank you for choosing Sims Simulation Station Travel. Anybody hear about this baby update coming after the November patch? The article that our amazing Caitlin found on the site called, what is the site called?
Extratime.media.
Extratime.media, of course. The caption for the article is, "Might babies finally be freed from their cribs in The Sims 4? Well, some new game code suggests that it just might." Now, I mean, before we dive into this, I think all of the patch-related issues that are still being resolved will probably push any of this back.
Yeah.
Just indefinitely. But basically, a Sims 4 modder, Rasheen, Rasheen, tweeted out a little bit of code that maybe suggests that some updates to baby players. There was the interaction we talked about before, washing toddlers in sinks, has added fuel to this fire. In previous editions of The Sims, it was possible to wash babies in sinks. As it sounds really weird to say it out loud, but like when babies are really little, you give them a bath in the sink.
In the sink,
I mean, my parents bathed me in the sink. I don't know if modern parents do that anymore. I feel like that was like the way to do it because babies were little. But now they've come out with like special baby bath chairs, and I don't know. I sound like I'm giving real boomer energy here, and I don't mean to be. So babies in The Sims 4 are objects in this game. You can literally get them out of build by mode if you use like debug cheats and stuff. So this is going to be very different if this comes to fruition. Check out at RAVASHEENCC Ravasheen. Oh, they mistyped it, or further up in the article. Cool. So I will give a clean Ravasheen in case that needs to be replaced in the edit. So thank you, Ravasheen, for your detective work. Check out at Ravasheen CC. This is a modder, so check out some of their custom content and check out the screenshot that they made of some of the Sims code that has led them to this little theory. I like it. I love me extra interaction options. Yeah. This excites me. So, I mean, I don't know. We've been talking for an hour and 20 minutes about everything that's been happening. Any final thoughts on the updates as of late?
I'm excited to see the crashes go away. I really want to get back into playing Sims 4 and possibly download Snowy Escapes.
Yeah. I mean, it's on my horizon for sure, especially now that there's enough to bundle.
Yeah.
I love me a bundle. I've been waiting so that I can get one. It's just, what will I choose? Will it be the Star Wars one? Let me think about that. It's a tough decision. So yeah, I don't know. I think that this can really have a lot of potential in changing gameplay. I know it's affecting some people's experience right now, but hopefully our tireless developers keep going and come up with some fixes for us.
Yes.
Very soon.
So Snowy Escape definitely looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah. I'm very interested, and I'm glad that it has introduced the concept of like vacationing and the sentiments and all of that is all very, very interesting to me. So that's about it. I mean, not much to report, really. Just a couple things here and there.
Yep.
If there's news that we missed, if there's stuff you want to tell us about, if there's content that we should be talking about, you can always reach out to us on social media. We are Plumbob Cast on Instagram and Twitter. We are Plumbob Podcast on the Reddit. We are under the Plumbob Podcast on Facebook and Tumblr. Just type it in the search bar. You'll find us. We're the little microphone with the Plumbob on top. Our website is undertheplumbob.com. There's a contact form there you can use to reach out to us or email us directly under the plumbobpodcast@gmail.com. I'm going to switch on and off for these, or should I just keep it rolling?
Subscribe, rate, and review. We are on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, TuneIn, Spotify, Google Play, Pandora. Any place that you get your podcasts, we should be there.
Put us in your ear holes. And again, like, give us a call if we're not where you want us to be. We'll be wherever you want us to be.
Yes, we will be there.
We will be there. In terms of writing and research, I mean, we pretty much read the patch notes verbatim. So a special shout out to SimGuru Graham and SimGuru Rusky, not only for patching the game, for providing a just metric F-ton of updates here. Also for your delightful, stylized patch notes. We enjoy them. We love a good mini scene that we can act out. And of course, thank you to Caitlin, who just grabs all of the juicy bits of news for us and throws it into our scripts every month. We love you.
Thank you, Caitlin. Thanks. Thanks as always to the wonderful fan sites that we get other information from. Sims Community, Sims VIP, Carl's Sims Guide. Always love always love Carl.
Love you, Carl.
The Sims Wiki, Simmers Digest, Iron Seagull.
Iron Seagull had the secret toddler feature quote.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't listened to the audio, but I assume that they are just going off on this very weird animation that comes up. Sati Sims at Sati Sim Builds on Twitter. We love you. extratimemedia.com and just the straight up EA site. That's where we find the patch notes. You can find a lot of great info, FAQs, and tips on there. There's just literally a tab that says how to cheat on PC. You know what? We love them for it.
Yep.
Yeah. And finally, thank you for listening. This has to be a record for our longest social bunny.
It's gotta be. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'll never get tired of listening to your voice, Jess.
Aw, I won't get tired of you listening to yours either.
Oh, you're the best. Are you going back to the real world now?
I suppose.
I gotta go to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
This was gonna be a nice, quiet, smooth jazz episode recording, but I've probably yelled even more than normal. So that's just where we are. Guys, save your game if you're playing right now. Wear your mask when you go outside. You know, don't hug others that you don't live with right now. Just like for a little bit. I know the holidays are coming up, but save your hugs. Scream inside your heart.
Yes.
Have you seen that one?
Yes.
That's my favorite article of 2020. There's I think an amusement park in Japan that opened up but said in order to reduce the spread of germs to not scream on roller coasters, and their recommendation was translated to scream inside of your heart, which I have taken. Oh man, I have taken to heart this whole year. I've just been screaming inside my heart this whole time. So save your game, wear your mask, be nice to others, scream inside your heart. We're going to go back to the real world, and we'll talk to you next time. Bye, guys.
Bye.